JD Emperor checking in once again. Y'all already know what time it is. This is going to be a general reading for the sign of Virgo. Hello, Virgo, and welcome. Today we're going to be using the Urban Tarot deck. I appreciate the love, support, likes, comments, and subscribes. What does Virgo need to know for today? Please and thank you. We do go live every Friday, 3 Central Standard Time, doing a free live Q&A. So if you're interested in that, make sure y'all join me here on this channel. Friday at 3. What does Virgo need to know for today? Please and thank you. Failure. The reason why you're failing is because you're not connecting with your mind, body, soul. You have a mind, body, soul, and a heart. So it's like you need to know how to activate and get connected with all of those, with all four of them. My bad, I said 3. Mind, body, soul, and heart. The Hanged Man. And it may be a process. It's saying stay put. Stay put. Hang tight with the Hanged Man. Let your manifestations process. You're processing your manifestations and everything else. All right, the first card out was the Rock Star. So with the Rock Star, someone who's talented, gifted, you have certain visions, dreams, wishes, and fantasies that you want to come true. You could be a public figure. People look up to you. Dominion, 2 of Wands. So with the 2 of Wands, this is someone who's either stuck in their ways. Not only are they stuck in their ways, but they need to be grounded, disciplined, and they need to wait. Dominion, someone who's almost like stubborn, like a statue. It's not going to move. It's going to be in place. It's stable. And then futility. You may need to stay put because there's a lot of stuff you need to do, and you need to get organized. With 7 of Swords coming up, there's a lot of responsibilities. Each sword represents a responsibility. So it's futility because you know you got to get these done. And you can't ignore those. So it's saying get organized and then start to attack them one by one. That way you can get organized. And then pleasure. You still need that pleasure to offset whatever it is you're going through. Or you still want or require pleasure. Because it's like this. You're going through a lot of things in your normal life. So the least you want is pleasure. The least you want is the luxury to have pleasure. Can I at least have sex? All right, the Moon card. So with the Moon card coming up in the current, doing shadow work, it could represent mixed emotions and feelings, things that are being hidden. The date trader, keep doing what you're doing on a day-to-day basis. So you're having to ignore how you feel and keep putting that work, or you're masking how you feel and covering up with work, right? 10 of Cups. You want the 10 of Cups. You want family, joy, happiness, fulfillment. That's the current energy outcome. And then Death card. The only way you're going to get that is by putting an end to something. It's recommending putting an end to something that's a dead end, something that's no longer serving you. Currently, the Seducer. You're seductive. You're a seductress. You can seduce people and get what you want. Instead of fighting, how about you seduce it out of them? Truce. Don't fight. Choose your battles wisely. Instead, relax. Okay, now it's bringing up a connection. You may need to cut a person, place, or thing off, specifically a sex-based connection. Could have been dealing with a fire sign, a Scorpio, the Empress. So you want to go towards the Empress, which is Taurus or Libra energy, or it's saying don't chase, attract, allow, give, support, love. The High Priestess. Okay, we go from the Empress to the High Priestess. So bask in that feminine energy so you can heal. Ooh, the Hierophant. Now it's bringing up that Taurus energy. So there's a spiritual lesson being learned, or spiritual power is on 10 right now. That's why you need to be in that Empress energy. Indolence. Okay, that was the last card that came out. I'll need to clarify the Indolence because it didn't necessarily match the energy. It was kind of like left field. So what is the Indolence, the missed opportunity for? Indolence is like disappointment, missed opportunity, bad news, plans that have failed through, or just someone who's wasteful. Yeah, Judgment card came out. Atonement, judgment, need to repent and forgive, time to account for our own actions. So there's a need to apologize, or someone wants to apologize, but there's a need to apologize. And if you don't apologize, or if they don't, that will cause a missed opportunity. Or that is what's causing the missed opportunity. Outcome of past efforts. It says time to account for our own actions. A need to repent and forgive. So either they need to say sorry or you do. Again, reverse the roles are necessary, but the lack of willing to apologize is what's causing the missed opportunity, aka the emotional turmoil. And you know this spiritually as you enlighten yourself spiritually. You want to be as light as possible. It says you're giving too many fucks, give 0. I don't know what you're giving too many fucks about, but it's saying give 0 fucks for some reason. All right, let's pull a card for each sign. This is going to be from Virgo, dealing with each sign all the way from Aries to Pisces. What do we need to know? Virgo, dealing with each sign all the way from Aries to Pisces. Bear with me as I shuffle. If this resonates, like, if you want me to pick up on your energy, comment. What does Virgo need to know? Please and thank you. All right, that death card is showing itself once again. So we'll go ahead and split it down the middle, see what we can get. So there could have been a relationship that ended. Someone still wants to talk though. Even though the relationship ended, or even though it was a dead end, they want to be able to resurrect the situation, but there's disappointment. There was an emotional low blow, something that may not be you'd be able to recover from. But we got the death and the star card. When one door closes, another door opens. Virgo, if you're dealing with an Aries, travel, long distance relocation, or getting over them emotionally, or vice versa. If you're dealing with a Taurus, they're for everybody. They're for the streets, Virgo, or there's a third party. Virgo dealing with a Gemini, be patient, let it play out, or let it evolve naturally, organically. If you're dealing with a Cancer, they want to come towards you, they're on their way, victory. If you're dealing with a Leo, defeat, lose-lose situation, no one got what they wanted. If you're dealing with a Virgo, the judgment, need to repent, need to say sorry, or need to forgive. Realizing the truth in the situation, regretting, even. If you're dealing with a Libra, 2 of Cups, they feel how you feel, they want what you want, feelings are mutual, they love you, you love them, love, 2 of Cups. Like-minded individuals. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, I just did Libra. If you Virgo dealing with Scorpio, shoot your shot, take a leap of faith to jump out there. The Fool card, obsession, or putting their best foot forward, about to jump off the ledge, don't push me. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, you may need to lower your up. If you're dealing with the Capricorn, failure won't work, or it already failed. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, it's one-sided. And if you're dealing with a Pisces, catching flights, not feelings, trying to be stoic and ignore the truth of the reality, the truth in the situation. You are magic. Own that shit. I have a kick-ass life. I'm gonna leave it at that for the sign of Virgo. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.